Good morning, guys. What is up? Welcome back to the vlogs, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Gabby. Today's video, I wanted to basically go through everything that we ended up using in our hospital bag. So I did do a whole video packing it and all of the things in it, but fun fact, I am 10 days postpartum already, and I've already actually unpacked my hospital bags, which are down here, but I wanted to go through everything anyways and kind of just tell you what I used, what I didn't use. So if you are expecting, hopefully this video can help you kind of decide what to bring to the hospital. But I will say every hospital is different, so what you might need will vary greatly depending on like your region and state and things like that. I'm in Canada, if that makes any difference, but I even know in Canada hospitals and what they supply can be completely different from even like hospital to hospital, even if you're in the same city. So I just wanted to say that. But let's go through everything I packed in my hospital bag. I actually have it kind of scattered throughout the house since I did unpack it like immediately once we got home, basically, because I hate having like clutter and the suitcase still out. So I'm just gonna walk you through each room of the stuff that I brought and whether I used it or not. Okay, so if you didn't watch the what I packed in my hospital bag, I took a rolling suitcase and then also a diaper bag for the baby. This had Damon and my stuff in it, along with like all my camera gear and stuff. I just felt like this was easiest to kind of just wheel around, and then we can also put this like on top of it because it has a trolley compatible sleeve. So if we had to like travel across the hospital, which we did, and to walk out, like Damon could carry the car seat and I was able just to wheel this without having to carry a bag or take multiple trips down to the car. So I really highly recommend bringing a rolling luggage. I know this might be a little bit big for some people. You don't have to fill it, I would say, but this was super helpful because I was able to help contribute to moving stuff around, and like I was able to like kind of lean on this and stuff in between contractions at the hospital while we were like moving our stuff from triage to labor and delivery. And I feel like this was just the easiest instead of like trying to carry everything like a pack mule. And then this is the diaper bag that we brought. This is the Lululemon new parent backpack. So let's go through this first. First things that I packed in here, I have like some hair scrunchies and lip sole, and I also had a pen that I took out. Didn't need the pen, definitely used this. I had these as backup and kind of just as diaper bag essentials anyways. I had an elastic on my wrist that I think I used the entire time, but if that broke, then I'm glad that I had these. But yeah, I didn't need the pen for anything because they pretty much filled everything out for us. Also had a little clip on the back of this. I did not use that at all, so that's still hanging out there. Obviously, keys, ID, wallet, needed that for identification and paperwork and things like that, so definitely bring those. Inside for clothes, I did kind of overpack a little bit, so we did end up using this newborn sleeper. He was quite small when he came out. I wasn't sure like what size he would be, but this was even too big for him, so we did use this for going home. And I did bring him like a little, what is this, bodysuit and pant set for photos, but this was honestly giant on him. Even though it's this newborn size, it was way too big, so I think I put it on for like 30 seconds and thought it just looked a little silly, so I actually didn't end up using this for photos. I just put him in his green onesie. We brought this blanket and we used this for going home. This is like his car seat blanket now. I brought a bamboo swaddle, did not end up using this. I don't think we really needed it, but I did bring it in case it was like warm and it was like daytime when we went home and we didn't need like a heavy blanket. But it ended up being about midnight and it was quite chilly that night, so I'm glad that I had this one. So probably didn't need to bring that either. I had a burp cloth, did not need this. They have plenty at the hospital that I was at. These things, we have like paperwork and stuff in here. Obviously needed that. I have my Ziploc bag for any blowouts. Did not need that. This is kind of just a diaper bag essential. Did not need any of the Kleenex or Lysol wipes either. Obviously, hospital's gonna have that for you. The next thing I have in here are the pacifiers. He still won't take a pacifier. I don't know. I'm like keeping these in here just in case one day maybe he decides to take one, but so far we've had no luck in introducing a pacifier. So those are just chilling in here for, I don't know, something to happen. Had diapers. We actually did not end up using like even the amount of diapers they supplied at the hospital because we only stayed for 24 hours, and in that 24 hours they're supposed to have like one wet and one poopy diaper, so we only used 2 diapers for that exact reason. So I did not need to bring this many. They did say they supplied a limited supply of diapers, so that's why I brought some extra, but I don't really know what I was thinking because newborns do not go through that many diapers straight out of the womb. So you probably don't need to pack diapers at all. Same with the wipes. They actually didn't have wipes at my hospital, like not like disposable wipes like this. They provided us with like face cloths, and like you had to wet them basically and use that as a wipe. So I don't know, didn't need this, but kind of glad that we had it just in case. Also packed diaper rash cream. Did not touch this, have not touched this yet. I don't think you'll need it because, like I said, they don't really go through any diapers in the hospital unless you're there for multiple days. Like if you have a C-section and you need to be kept for 3 or 4 days, then maybe you would need to pack some of this stuff if your hospital doesn't provide it. The next thing I have in here is a little hat. We did actually use this going home, but it was giant on him, so we didn't actually use it like that much in the hospital. I think I took a couple pictures with it. And newborn socks. I did put this on temporarily as mittens, but they were giant and fell right off, so these did not get used either. We do have the little hospital hat that we used all the time in the hospital for him, and I think that's pretty much it. I did pack a 0 to 3 sleeper, but again, we didn't end up using it because the newborn one was big enough. And then I have like feminine hygiene products in here, but again, did not need to use that because the hospital provided me with all of that stuff. It was kind of just in here more for diaper bag supplies later on. And I think that's everything we had in the diaper bag for the baby that we used / didn't use, other than the name sign. So that also we used for a couple of photos in the hospital, and I think that was everything I put in here. Okay, now let's chat about things that I brought for myself and Damon in the suitcase. Well, this is not in the suitcase, but first and foremost, my Stanley. I definitely use this. It did get dented, unfortunately, at the hospital, which is why I wanted to bring my other one, but I just thought this was probably more practical because it was larger, so definitely use that. Definitely recommend bringing a water bottle, but they do have like cups with straws and stuff if you don't want to bring like your own water bottle. I just liked having super cold water and for it to be like filled up and good to go for like a few hours instead of just going through like cups and cups of water. So I did enjoy having that. It's like my emotional support water bottle. For Damon, I brought a bathing suit, a sweater, underwear, socks, and shower shoes. The plan was kind of to labor hopefully using the shower, but if you guys watch my labor and delivery vlog, that did not happen. We were stuck in triage for 7, 8, 9 hours, so I didn't actually get to labor at all in the shower, and that's probably fine. So I mean, I probably would bring this stuff in the future in case I am able to, so that he could be in the shower with me as well. But I basically got the epidural like right as we got into labor and delivery, because we were stuck in triage for so long that then I wasn't like able to obviously go in the shower. And because we got induced, I was able to labor at home with like the Foley balloons for a little bit, so we kind of had more time to get dressed and plan what we wanted to wear and wear something comfy. So he actually didn't end up using this sweater, he just wore one to the hospital, so I didn't actually need to pack this, but I did have it packed in case it was like more of a faster labor and we just had to go, because I had my hospital bag packed for a few weeks, and in case of an emergency then he had this, or if he was coming from work or something like that, then he would have a sweater at the hospital. But I probably wouldn't pack it if we are having to need an induction or like scheduled C-section or something like that in the future, because we would just wear what we would want to wear at home. For myself, I wore my Align super high-rise leggings and an All Yours tee and this sweater to the hospital. Again, you'll see that in my labor and delivery vlog, but my water broke in those clothes, so they changed me into a hospital gown around 8:30 in the morning, and then I just wore that the rest of my time there basically. But definitely liked having a sweater for an option. I wore this to the hospital and home from the hospital. I don't think I wore it kind of in between there at all because I wasn't really that cold. Didn't like need it at the hospital, but sometimes it can get chilly. Glad to have a sweater, and this one was the only one that kind of like fit over my bump and was super comfy. Definitely wore that. I did bring an extra nursing bra, but to be honest, I didn't even like wear wear a bra after I gave birth because you have to do, or you don't have to, but it is recommended to do skin to skin with the baby every time you nurse to help your milk supply, help regulate them. So I basically just didn't end up needing a bra in general. So I had the one I wore, and I don't think I ever wore the second one, but again, up to your preference if you feel more comfortable. I just thought it was kind of a hassle to take it on and off like every 3 hours or on demand whenever the baby was hungry. I kind of just wore my hospital gown, and that was that. Then I also brought these maternity shorts from H&M, again kind of thinking I would maybe wear these if I didn't want to wear the hospital gown, but I just wore that, so did not need these. I also had a plain shirt. Oh, actually this is not the shirt, I grabbed the wrong one, but I had a plain cotton black t-shirt. It's the Love Crew from Lululemon, and I ended up wearing that home with these pants from Aritzia. I would say that these ones were a little bit tight still on the bump because you still have a bump after you give birth. It does not go down right away, and I thought these were maybe a little bit tight, but they were like the comfiest pants to wear home because they were very like loose fitting. I didn't want to wear my leggings because that would be like too tight kind of thing, so this is what I wore home. I wish I maybe had a different going home outfit that was like a little bit looser, or maybe if I wore a dress or something, I don't really know, but that's what I decided to pack for myself. But yeah, in hindsight, I tried to pack as minimally as possible because I knew I would probably just wear the hospital gown the entire time, and that's exactly what I did. So next time I probably would only pack like a going home outfit. I mean, these things were nice to have just in case I wanted something else to wear, but definitely did not even end up using them. I also had shower shoes for myself and Damon. Obviously didn't use those. I think that's it for clothing. Okay, we're now in the bathroom to go over all the toiletries and stuff that I packed and whether I use them or not. So starting off, I did bring some other sanitary products. I brought the Always Depends diapers and some extra sanitary pads because I wasn't really sure how many the hospital would give you. They said they provided you with like 2 disposable underwear, and then you have to provide the rest from there, and then like I don't know how many pads or whatever. So I did end up bringing some of my own just in case, but I had a doula and she was awesome and basically stocked me up on all of the things while we were like in triage and then into labor and delivery. So she just like grabbed like one extra and like shoved it in my bag, so that was great. I had plenty of supplies, did not need to get any more, and because we were only there for 24 hours I didn't really need any more than that, so I actually ended up bringing a whole bunch home. I wasn't sure like if I would like the disposable underwear, so that's why I brought these, because I heard a lot of people enjoyed these, so I did bring them. But honestly, the disposable underwear were just fine and worked really well because the pads are so big. Like postpartum, initially I did wear these at home like after the fact, so I did like these once I got home and didn't have to wear like the disposable underwear all the time, because I did find that if you leaked from your pad, then obviously there's nowhere for it to go. The disposable underwear are mesh, so these were just a little bit more secure, especially at night, so I wasn't like as worried about getting stains on my bedding and pajamas. Did not end up needing any of these at the hospital. They had plenty of pads, but like I said, again, when I got home, these were really great to use because they're like super long, and I would make them into little padsicles, so I'd just put water on these and then freeze them, and that was really nice. Did not end up using these at the hospital. I don't know, as a first time mom, I feel like you don't really know your preferences, and if I didn't like the mesh underwear, then I could have used these, but in hindsight, I guess you don't really need to pack them. All right, next for toiletries and stuff, deodorant, a must, toothbrush, toothpaste, also a must. I don't think I brushed my teeth until like the day after, which was really gross, but definitely glad I had this to freshen up and feel like a normal human being again. So definitely need like basic toiletries. Also my hairbrush, definitely use this, but again, didn't brush my hair until like the day after. So I went like a full day with my hair just in a bun, but that's just kind of how it goes in labor. You don't really have time to stop and get ready fully, so I mean, sometimes you do, I guess, maybe if you can, but again, nice things to have. I also packed like my eye cream. I do believe I used this, and face wash. So I used both of these things. Face lotion, I had like a little sample pack. Don't have it anymore, obviously, because I used it all. But again, I did not use them until we were basically being discharged. So that like afternoon, but it was nice to kind of freshen up and do my full skincare routine and just feel like a normal person again instead of like a zombie. So definitely recommend bringing some skincare. I did not bring my full regime, obviously, but it was nice to have like a little bit to kind of just feel normal. I think I did bring some bio oil because your belly kind of gets itchy as it goes down and the skin is like doing its thing, and just like having the hospital gown and the underwear and stuff, I feel it kind of irritated it. So it was nice to actually have this. I did use it kind of like as lotion because I didn't really bring anything for that. I did bring body wash, body lotion for a shower, but the showers were kind of like communal. They weren't like in your suite, so I didn't end up showering. Plus we were only there for 24 hours, so I didn't really need to. I just wanted to come home and shower in my own shower. And I felt like just bringing like all my toiletries and clothes and stuff to like a communal shower was just not it after laboring. I didn't end up using any of my shower supplies, which is fine. And probably in the future I would leave those at home and have Damon come and get them if we had to stay longer than 24 hours. I did pack very basic makeup like concealer, mascara, eyebrow gel, eyelash curler. I think I even had like blush in there too in case I wanted it. Did not use it, but I think the option was nice. My original plan was to take photos, like do hospital photos, which I kind of regret not doing, but we did not have a room for it. Our room was so small and cramped. It was not by a window. We had a roommate, like it was just, there's nowhere to like even set up the camera to take photos and stuff. So I only did photos of him, did not worry about photos about me and Damon. So I did not get ready with makeup, but I feel like it was a nice option to have in case I wanted that, in case we did have a room that allowed for, you know, for us to do kind of more family photos. I think I would have liked to have that. Kind of a toss-up if you want to bring makeup or not. I know some people do, some people do not. And for me, I think I would pack that again just in case. Okay, the last category is kind of like tech things. This is very unnecessary. You do not need to bring any of this, but because I am a content creator, obviously I wanted to bring all of my tech stuff, vlog it for you guys and that kind of thing. But the 10-foot long charging cord for the iPhone, definitely necessary. I did bring my Apple Watch charger as well. I used both of these things, and then like a charging brick for it. I brought all of my camera gear, so I brought this tripod. I brought 2 extra batteries, 1 memory card. Did not end up needing either of those things. The tripod was helpful. This like adapter for the iPhone, and then a small tripod, like a handheld. This basically did not use this, did not need to bring this, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to put like the camera on it, like, and like put it like on the bedside, but didn't end up needing that at all. Damon helped me film, which was great. And then yeah, I think we just brought his chargers, and that's pretty much it for tech stuff. We also brought a bag of snacks. I did not eat as many snacks as I thought I would. I definitely thought that was going to be a priority for me, is eating during labor. And yes, you can eat during labor. I did my own research. I had a doula who also helped me with the research and stuff, and I wanted to eat and make sure that my body was fed during labor, but I didn't end up eating that much. We had like fresh carrots, I ate a lot of those, some dried mango, had some of that, and then we also had granola bars, Rice Krispie squares, some candies. Didn't really end up eating majority of that. I tried a granola bar and felt super nauseous with it, and I had a Powerade that I did drink postpartum, but I think that's pretty much it that we packed for snacks. Damon definitely had snacks, which is good. Definitely pack snacks for your support people because it can get very, very long. So highly recommend still bringing some food, and it's nice to have also overnight, because the hospital like only gives you food at certain times, so sometimes overnight can get long, and I think it's helpful to have snacks. Also quickly before I forget, I forgot to mention that we did pack Damon a blanket and a pillow because he did decide to stay at the hospital overnight. I was kind of initially thinking that maybe he would want to come home, get a good night's rest and shower and stuff, but he ended up wanting to stay, and I really enjoyed that actually. So we did bring a blanket and a pillow, and then an extra like little bag and stuff to like put that in, and I think having that extra bag was really helpful as well, because I did end up coming home with quite a bit of hospital supplies, so it was nice to kind of have that extra bit to put all of that stuff in. So if your partner is staying with you, definitely pack them something comfortable to sleep on / sleep with. Damon just had like a reclining chair. It was not that comfy, I imagine, but I know in the US sometimes you get like more of like a couch to lay on that kind of turns into a bed. so I'm not sure if they supply blankets and linens and stuff like that, but it is kind of nice to have your own from home in case you just want that like comfort. Could pack that. I don't think we ended up using the pillow, but did use a blanket. But that is everything we packed in the hospital bag and everything I used. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to end it here because it's already super long. That's pretty much going to be the vlog for today. I know it's not like super vloggy like normal, like where I take you through my day, but my day is pretty much the same. We feed the baby, we burp the baby, and then he sleeps, and then we repeat that cycle for the day. So nothing too exciting going on just yet. Hopefully we're back to like more regular vlogs soon. I still want to do a postpartum Q&A, so stay tuned for that. I have a postpartum update coming and all of the supplies that I've been using as well postpartum. Lots of more videos to come that are kind of like more this format, just like sitting, talking, but not like a super formal video. But I hope you guys found this one helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for those videos, and stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!